Hey everybody, my name's Kris Amerikos, and in this video, I'm going to tell you the 15 words that English learners mispronounce all the time. So sometimes they see the word in a book and they try to read it and they mispronounce it. Sometimes they just remember learning this word at school, but when they say it, it just comes out wrong. And maybe, yes maybe, you also mispronounce these words. So I have a few different types of words that I'm going to be teaching you today. Some of them are basics, and let's start with those. The first word that I see lots of people mispronounce, or I guess I hear them mispronounce it, is the word pronunciation. And it's really funny when someone mispronounces the word pronunciation. So let's practice it together. Pronunciation. Pronunciation. 5 syllables in this word. It's a long word. But the most important syllable here, the one that people usually mispronounce, is this one that starts with N, right? Pronunciation. None. Now, when we change this word to a verb, it's the verb to pronounce. So it's different here, right? It's pronounce, but pronunciation. So usually I hear people say something like pronunciation, and this is wrong because the noun of this word is pronunciation with none, pronunciation, not the verb to pronounce. The next word that I hear a lot of people mispronounce is the word often. Now, you might hear some people say often, and even native English speakers mispronounce this all the time. So if you mispronounce it, don't feel so bad. But sometimes people say often, and sometimes people say often. Which one is correct? Well, according to most dictionaries, it says that often is the more correct version. However, I've heard people say both. All right, the next one, which is very common and I hear people mispronounce all the time, it's actually 2 different words. There's either, or either, and then there's neither, or neither. Which one is correct? Either, neither, neither, either? Which one is it, right? Okay, let's start with the first one. This one can be either or either. They're both correct. Either, either. But what's not correct is if we say either. Either. Either is not correct. We have either, we have either, not either, not anything else. And the same with the word neither and neither. It's either E or I. Neither, neither. Okay, the next word you probably know how to pronounce, but you're probably thinking, yeah, I remember mispronouncing that before. It's the word vegetable. And if we look at the syllables in the word, it looks like it should be bigger, right? It looks like vegetable, vegetable, something like this, right? With 4 syllables. But when we pronounce it, it's only 3 syllables. Vegetable. Vegetable. Okay, the next word is probably the most mispronounced word that I hear from people who are learning English. And I speak with a lot of people from all around the world every day because we have a speaking program where you can join an unlimited number of lessons every day and you can practice speaking as much as you want, and it's really cheap. So if you're interested in that, there's a link under this video. But this word really causes a lot of problems for students from all over the globe. So let's talk about it. It's the word clothes. Clothes. So the easy way to say this word is like the word close. Like to close the door. Open the door, close the door. Right? It's similar. It sounds similar, and when native speakers speak quickly, sometimes they sound the same. But technically, this word is pronounced a little differently. And it's difficult to say because of all of the sounds that come together. It's clothes. Now, the sound th isn't very beautiful. In fact, some people might say that English isn't a very beautiful language at all. But we're speaking it, so we need to make the best of it. So this sound at the end is very difficult to say. Th, z. It's two sounds, right? Th, z. Clothes. So if you can't say that, it's okay to say close, like close the door. Everyone will understand you. All right, next let's talk about some internet stuff. Things that we need to pronounce when we speak about different stuff on the internet. Like the word GIF. I know, sometimes people don't know how to say this word, and they say GIF because there's a G there. And they think, in English we have G and we have J, and J sounds like J all the time. But G usually sounds like G. So it must be GIF, right? Wrong. It's GIF. Think of the pronunciation rule from Latin, which we can see with Italian words and Spanish words in English. When we have G before I or E, usually it sounds like J. But when we have G before A, O, or U, usually it sounds like G. So this is GIF. Another internet word that a lot of people mispronounce is the word meme. Yeah, a meme is like a funny picture or a joke on the internet, right? You've probably seen it before, and maybe you thought, oh, that's a funny meme. No, it's not a meme, it's a meme. Yeah, a meme. Okay, the next three words are words about people who you will never meet, probably. The first one is the word flautist. Now, maybe you know some different instruments like guitar or drums, or maybe you even know how to play the flute. Right, the flute with the sound ooh. But what do you call the man or woman who plays the flute? He or she is a flautist. Not a flutist, but a flautist. Yeah, a lot of native speakers make that mistake too. Okay, the next one is a person who takes your car at an expensive restaurant. So you drive to the front of the expensive restaurant, you get out of your car, and you give this man the keys, and he parks your car for you. And then when you come out of the restaurant, you say, hey, where's my car? And he gives you the keys back, and you go home. This man is called a valet. Valet. Yeah, it's not a valet, it's a valet. There are a lot of words from French in English that are pronounced like this. If they have E-T at the end, then in many cases in English we pronounce it like A. For example, ballet or buffet or gourmet. All right, the next person who you probably will never meet because it's not even really a person, it's just a name. The next word that a lot of people mispronounce is the word pseudonym. Pseudonym. And many people mispronounce it because there's this big letter P at the beginning of the word. And so they think it's pseudonym or something like this, right? That's not correct. It's pseudonym. Pseudonym. 3 syllables. So we have pseudonym. Nym meaning name from Greek. And pseudo meaning similar to or fake, not the real thing, right? So it's something that might be similar, but it's not exactly that thing. So for example, my name is Kris. And I spell my name C-H-R-I-S. But maybe you think that I am Kris Amerikos. And when I write Kris Amerikos, which is my pseudonym, I write K-R-I-S. Interesting, right? Kris is my real name, and Kris Amerikos is my pseudonym. It's my stage name. All right, let's talk about a few other words that people usually mispronounce. The next one is a type of schedule or schedule. What's the difference? Well, schedule is American English and schedule is British English. The word is written the same but pronounced differently. But we're not talking about schedule or schedule. We're talking about itinerary. A lot of people have trouble pronouncing this word because it's really long. And an itinerary is a type of schedule for your plans. We use this word a lot when we talk about traveling. Like if you're going to be flying on an airplane to a few different cities, we might ask, what is your flight itinerary? It's like, what is the plan of your travel or the schedule of when you will land in the first city and then fly to the next city? So it's a kind of schedule or schedule. The next word is a type of fish. And when I go to restaurants, I always hear people mispronounce this, even native speakers, which is very surprising because it's a very common word. It's the word salmon. Salmon. Yeah, it's pronounced salmon, and you might be confused because you're saying, Kris, in the middle of the word, I see the letter L. And why aren't you saying it? That's because the letter L in the word salmon is silent. Shh. Yeah, it's a silent L. We say salmon. We do not say salmon. No. We should say salmon. The next word also has a silent letter, but this time it's a silent B. It's the word subtle. Subtle. If something is subtle, it's not clear. It's not a big announcement. It's a little sneaky, maybe. Maybe it's a secret. If someone does something subtly, then this means that they do it without a lot of people noticing. All right, our next word that people always mispronounce is the word stomach. Yeah, my stomach is full right now, so I'm happy. But a lot of people make me unhappy when they pronounce this word stomach or stomach or something else like this. This makes me really unhappy. But it makes me really happy when people say stomach. Stomach. Yeah, that's how you say that word. Okay, the very last word that we're going to talk about today is in a category of words that I call important. It's a very important word, and a lot of people mispronounce it, and sometimes it's really funny. In fact, I remember a situation when someone in my class mispronounced this word. I'll tell you that story in one moment. So, this very important word that lots of people mispronounce is important. Yeah, for some reason, a lot of people mispronounce the word important. And it's usually because of the stress in the word. Right? There are 3 syllables. Important. And we need to stress, say harder than the rest of the word. We need to stress the second syllable of the word. Poor. Important. But some people stress the first syllable, and that's a mistake. For example, I was teaching a class, and a girl answered my question, and she made this mistake, and it was funny. So I'm going to tell you about this story. I asked, "What does your father do?" And she wanted to tell me that her father is very important. He has an important job. He's an important man. And she said, "My father is a very impotent man." Now, this was very funny because she stressed the first syllable, im. She did not stress the second syllable, poor, right? It should be important. He's an important man. But she said, he's an important man. And this sounds like the word impotent. And an impotent man is probably not something that you want to say about your father. So that's a very important word to pronounce correctly. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kris Amerikos Explains Words That Are Always Mispronounced. I'll be back with another one very soon. And while you're here, why don't you check out the rest of my YouTube channel? Just click like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I have over 366 different videos about phrasal verbs on this channel, and I have a free seminar where I explain the best strategy to learn English very, very quickly. You can improve your English in just 30 days or less. And, if all of that free stuff isn't enough for you, then you can come over and you can join our English Everyday program, and you can speak live with me, face to face, ear to ear. I'll be able to see you and hear you, so I can help you with your mistakes, and I can help you with your pronunciation. And here's the best part. You can join as many lessons as you want, all day, every day. Right now we have about 55 lessons every day. There are other professional teachers there too, so when I'm sleeping, you can study with them. And also, we have students from all over the world. I'm serious, all over the world. And you can find a speaking partner anytime that you want. So I really recommend, if you want to improve your speaking, join English Every Day. The link is under this video, and if you have any other questions, you can contact our support team. The email is under this video. And I hope you found this video to be extremely useful, because this stuff is very important. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for your support. Bye-bye.